What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel with your main man, Booster Rails. As you can see, we are fired up and ready to go today. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's geared towards new riders. I want to make sure that they understand and know what the friction zone is. The friction zone is going to help you out, especially during slow speed maneuvers. A lot of times, myself, I stay in the friction zone when I'm waiting on a light to turn. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, and then you're going to see some examples. So understand that the friction zone is basically a point where your clutches aren't where your clutches start to engage, and they start to send power from the engine to the rear wheel. So at that point, once that power starts going to the rear wheel at the beginning, that's that friction zone. Now, depending on what type of bike you have, your friction zone and levers, might I add, bike or levers, your friction zone may be in a different spot. So don't hop on one bike and assume that the friction zone is in one place just because it was at another place on another bike. So, and they're also adjustable levers. My levers are adjustable, and I could, essentially you can move the friction zone around just a little bit, So the difference in the friction zone is millimeters almost. So we're gonna go out today. And we are going to ride out. I got somewhere I need to go, but during that time, we're going to get to a place and I'm going to show you how to actually use the friction zone and just take it off with your bike, because in actuality, you don't even need throttle to get moving as long as you're on a flat surface. Now, if you're on an incline, then of course you're going to need throttle. But excuse me, guys. But myself, like when we take off from here, I'm going to take off out of here without using no throttle until the clutch lever is all the way released. So I'm just going to ease out on it, walk the friction zone, put my feet up, and then I'll give it throttle once I get going on out of here. So let's go ahead and get on this bad boy, guys. I love this bike. My first Booster. The color is what got me. I don't know, it's almost like a Halloween thing, guys. So, but yeah, let's get on out of here, guys. All right. So first gear, not gonna give any gas now. Just look at my hand over here in the clutch lever. We're gonna ease out. We're in the friction zone now, and I'm gonna ride it all the way out. No gas. Now we're out of it. We got somebody coming. Oh, no, he changed his mind. So now we're going to leave out again. No gas. No gas. Just clutch work. Now we can go. Quick shift. Okay, so, and also with the clutch lever and the clutch system in the friction zone, you got to understand, like, when your clutches are disengaged, that means that your lever is pulled all the way in. That's when your clutches are disengaged. Now, when your clutch gets to the bite point is also what I call the friction zone. That's when the plates, they start to touch and they start to engage. And when your clutch is fully enabled, that means this is all the way out. So right now, my clutch is fully engaged. Auto blip. Okay, let this guy go. I hate that. Always rocks there, guys. You gotta be careful and mindful. Be careful and mindful of what's in the road. They're always there. They'll clean them up and they'll come back. I don't know why. But man, it feels good out here, guys. I think we're 60, 58, 60, let me see. Oh, 64 degrees today. I got some wind out here, but it's not too shabby. Always brake before you come into a curve. And another video I'm going to talk about is trail braking. Trail braking helps, especially if you come in hot. You know what I mean? And you don't get to brake all the way before you get to the turn. You learn trail braking. But yeah, friction zone. The more you ride your bike, the easier it'll be for you to find your friction zone. Because, you know, when I was telling you about how I stay in the friction zone when I'm waiting on the light to turn, that's because, number one, if I need to really get out of there because somebody may be coming up behind me a little too fast, I'm already in the friction zone, I can already go. Instead of having to find the friction zone and then get out of there. That's valuable time. So I'll stay in the friction zone when I'm at a stoplight, just to make sure that if I need to go, I can go with no problem. So think about that the next time that you're waiting at a light, about trying to keep yourself in the friction zone. You know, when you're in class, your motorcycle safety class, they're going to teach you all about that. If you haven't taken one already, I recommend it. Even if you've been riding, I recommend it. You're going to learn how to do those slow speed maneuvers. And that friction zone, learning to master that friction zone is key to doing those slow speed maneuvers correct and efficiently. I love these back roads in North Carolina, y'all. I'll ride back roads any day over the highway. During the daytime. Nighttime, nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Let's do a quick auto blip. That's the ability we have to downshift without using the clutch. And we're gonna pull up here to this store. I'm gonna pull up right here. I think I'm gonna go around here. Right here on this backside, guys. And we're gonna go over some ways that you can start to essentially master the let me lift my bars up because it can get foggy. Master the friction zone. Okay, so like I said, just look here. It's, like I said, real easy. All you're gonna do is let out until you feel the bike start to move. Like now, she's starting to move. That's my friction zone. Okay, that's my friction zone. And once you are comfortable with just sitting here and then letting the clutch out and rolling a little bit with your friction zone, the next thing you're going to start doing is plant your feet. You're going to roll the bike back, as I'm doing now. And when you get to your heels, you're going to start you're going to find the friction zone so you can pull yourself forward with the bike. So roll back, friction zone. You see? Roll back, friction zone. Pull the bike back forward. Roll back, friction zone to bring the bike back forward. So once you can do that, because it's a lot more sensitive, and a lot of people will stall out. What's she doing? A lot of people will stall out trying to rock it back and use the friction zone to come forward. But, you know, so me, I can look at mine and see exactly where the friction zone is, right there. Every time, right there. Right there. I know exactly where it is. So, and you're going to use that friction zone. We're going to bust us a U-turn. So, just all friction zone. Using the friction zone to take off. And walk it until the bike gets going. and then we're gonna counter steer and we're feathering. Look, I'm feathering the clutch lever, feathering the clutch lever, feathering the clutch lever, and we come around. And we're going the other way, and I'm just feathering when I feel like the bike has got too much lean, and I'm actually going uphill there. When I feel like the bike has got too much lean, I'll let the clutch lever a little bit more so it can move a little bit more. But counter steer, and that's it, guys. Start practicing, rocking back and forth, and when you get to the point where you can rock it back and forth, you'll be good. And like I said, if you're at a light, just think about staying in the friction zone. So if you need to get out of there, you can get out of there ASAP. So it's your main man Booster Rails. Another video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. Tell your mom and your aunties about it, so we can build these numbers up. We're gonna run it up. We're gonna be the next content creator, the next big content creator out here, guys. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll holler at you next time. Peace.